Welcome back, everyone. Today, in this session, we discuss about different types of cloud deployment models. Let's explore each and every type of the deployments and the respective advantages, use cases, and setbacks. I'm Raja from RC Tech Solutions. If you do have any questions, reach us at 1855 Cloud 340B or email at contact us at rctech.org. Today, we will explore the various cloud deployment models such as public cloud, private cloud, hybrid, and multi-cloud options. We'll discuss the features, advantages, use cases, and disadvantages as well for you to make better decisions. Cloud deployment model functions as a virtual computing environment with a deployment architecture that varies depending on the amount of data you want to store and who has access to the infrastructure. Number one, public cloud deployment. The public cloud makes it possible for anybody to access systems and services. Public cloud may be less secure as it is open to everybody. Public cloud is one in which the cloud infrastructure services are provided over the internet to the public or major industry groups. The infrastructure in this cloud model is owned by the entity that delivers cloud services, not by the consumer. It is a type of cloud hosting that allows customers and users to easily access system and services. This form of cloud computing is an excellent example of cloud hosting. The key features are shared infrastructure, pay as you go, highly scalable model, and these are all the primary features of the cloud public cloud deployment. There are advantages of the public cloud model. It is cost effective, so you would need a very minimal investment because it's a pay-per-use service. There is no substantial upfront fee, making it excellent for enterprises that require immediate access to resources. No hardware maintenance or the infrastructure management is not required. Using the public cloud does not necessitate infrastructure management because the cloud service provider will handle the things for you. So, no maintenance works to be done by the service provider, basically, the users. You don't have to take care of that. Rapid deployment. You could quickly deploy your application, patches, emergency bug fix quickly into the public cloud model. Dynamic scalability is another advantage of the public cloud deployment. There are certain on-demand resources also accessible. So that's about the advantages. There are certain use cases you can certainly take advantage of. The public cloud deployment is ideal for the startup and small businesses with a limited budget. Organizations with various workloads or seasonal demands. It's very much useful for a non-production environment. Basically, any development or testing environment, this is the perfect use case because you will not be going to deal with direct customer data into the public cloud. So you will be using a fabricated data for your validation and development. And the fourth one is it's ideal for web applications and websites. Finally, the collaboration tools and productivity suites. It's a perfect candidate for the public cloud deployment. There are certain disadvantages of public cloud deployment you would certainly take advantage of while you are taking decision about which is a better option. It is less secure. Security and data privacy is certainly a concern. Public cloud is less secure as resources are public, so there is no guarantee of high level security. Storing sensitive data and critical applications on a shared infrastructure can raise security concerns. Organizations may have reservations about data privacy, compliance with regulations, and potential exposure to unauthorized access or breaches. Low customization is another disadvantage. It is accessed by many public, so it cannot be customized according to personal requirements. Public clouds are designed to serve a wide range of customers, resulting in standardized offerings with a limited customization option. Organizations may have to adapt their processes or applications to fit within the provider's predefined framework. Third one is a dependency on service provider. Organizations relying on public clouds are dependent on service providers' infrastructure, availability, and performance. Service outage and disruption on the provider's end can impact business operations and access to the services. The fourth one is a network dependency and latency. Public clouds require a stable and reliable internet connection for data transfer and application access. Network issues or latency can affect the performance and end user experience, especially for the applications with the high bandwidth or latency sensitive requirements. The final but not least, a potential vendor lock-in. Once an organization invests significant time and resources in a specific cloud provider, transitioning to another provider can be challenging and very costly. Migrating applications, data, and configurations may require a substantial amount of human effort and may not be feasible in some cases. The second one is a private cloud deployment. Private cloud deployment is a dedicated infrastructure. It is an exact opposite of public cloud deployment model. It is a one-on-one environment for a single customer, so there is no need to share your hardware with anyone else. The distinction between private and public cloud is in how you handle all of the hardware. It is also called the internal cloud, and it refers to the ability to access systems and services within a given border or organization. There are certain key features like enhanced security and control. It is customizable and tailored to specific requirements, higher upfront cost and maintenance responsibilities because it is very tailored, very specific to a customer's requirement. The advantages are increased security and data privacy, greater control over infrastructure and resources, suitable for industries with very strict compliance requirements, and finally but not least, well suited for the mission critical applications. There are less disadvantages on the primary or the private cloud, but certainly these disadvantages are well noted. Less scalable. Private clouds are scaled within a certain range as there is a less number of clients or business users. It's very costly. Private clouds are more costlier as they provide personalized facilities for the individual or the customers. In terms of the use cases, the private cloud use cases, Highly regulated industries. What does that mean? Organizations with highly regulated industries like finance and healthcare, they are pretty much inclined towards the private cloud environment because the data is very sensitive to the public. Also, you are dealing with the PHI and PII on even the HIPAA data. So government agencies with sensitive data are a perfect candidate for the private cloud. Applications requiring low latency and high performance, they are another candidate for the private cloud deployment. Finally, but not least, the companies with the specific compliance requirements are the perfect candidate for the specific use case. Hybrid cloud deployment, that's a third in our category. Hybrid cloud is basically, it is a kind of a bridging the public and private worlds with a layer of proprietary software. Hybrid cloud computing gives the best of both worlds. With a hybrid solution, you may host the app in a safe environment while taking advantage of the public cloud's cost savings. Organizations can move data and applications between different clouds using a combination of two or more cloud deployment methods depending upon their needs. There are key features: flexible and scalable. Hybrid cloud offers a flexibility and scalability in terms of the infrastructure. It integrates on-premises infrastructure with public cloud resources. That is the main differentiation between private and public cloud. It is a combination of on-prem versus the cloud ecosystem. The advantages are it allows for a balance between security and cost efficiency. It enables workload mobility and resource optimization. Third one, I would say it facilitates a cloud bursting during peak demand periods. And finally, provides a path for a gradual cloud adoption because customers who are very used to the on-prem ecosystem, they are very less inclined towards the cloud modernization or directly adopting into the cloud. So what they do is they build the cloud environment which supporting their on-prem ecosystem. So over the period of time, by learning from the advantages of the cloud ecosystem, they would eventually convert their on-prem applications, databases, storage, everything to the cloud ecosystem. So one point they will be completely on the cloud platform. There are certainly many disadvantages of a hybrid cloud deployment because it is difficult to manage. Hybrid clouds are difficult to manage as it is a combination of both public and private cloud, so it's complex. The slow data transmission, the data transmission in the hybrid cloud takes place through the public cloud, so latency occurs. There are four different or many different areas which would like to take a look into this integration complexity. Implementing and managing hybrid cloud environment very complex, especially when integrating on-premises infrastructure with public cloud services. Security risk. Security and compliance risk is another point. Hybrid cloud environments introduce additional security complexities and potential vulnerabilities. Organization must carefully manage access control, data encryption, security policies across both on-premises and public cloud components. Compliance with industry regulations and data residency requirements may become very challenging with data spread across multiple environments. And finally, it has an increased vendor management. Adopting a hybrid cloud strategy may involve engaging multiple cloud service providers. Managing relationship, contract, service level agreements with multiple vendors can be more demanding and time consuming. So these are all the disadvantages of a hybrid cloud deployment. Use cases, another example, enterprises with existing on-prem infrastructure. They are the perfect candidate for leveraging the hybrid cloud deployment. Applications with varying security and compliance requirements. Business continuity, in other words, called the disaster recovery and business continuity strategies, they are the perfect candidate. Applications with varying security and compliance requirements, another one. So businesses needing to leverage public cloud for scalability and cost saving, and hybrid cloud is another option. Multi-cloud deployment. We are talking about employing multiple cloud providers at the same time under this paradigm. As the name implies, it is similar to the hybrid cloud deployment approach, which combines public and private cloud resources. Instead of merging private and public clouds, multi-cloud uses many public clouds environment. Although public cloud providers provide numerous tools to improve the reliability of the services, it's quite rare that two distinct clouds would have an incident at the same time. As a result, multi-cloud deployment improves the high availability of your services and more. The key features, it avoids vendor lock-in. So you are not dependent on one service provider, and it promotes flexibility. Leveraging the strengths of different cloud providers, certain value proposition or certain services are not available in all service providers. You could take advantage of the strengths of each service provider, and you can build a pure hybrid multi-cloud deployment. The advantages are redundancy and high availability across multiple providers, the ability to select best services and pricing from multiple vendors, enables workload optimization based on specific provider capabilities, and finally but not least, risk mitigation against service outage or disruption. These are all the main advantages of a multi-cloud deployment. Multi-cloud deployment also carries certain disadvantages as well. It has an increased management complexity. Managing multiple cloud providers introduces additional complexity in terms of provisioning, monitoring, and maintaining the infrastructure and services. Interoperability and compatibility. The third one is application portability and data portability. Moving application and data between different cloud providers may require significant effort and customization. Increased cost and complexity in governance, potential integration latency issues, integrating services and applications across multiple cloud platforms may introduce integration challenges. And finally, but not least, distributed expertise and support. Managing multiple cloud providers requires expertise and knowledge of each provider's offerings, documentation, and support challenges. So, IT teams need to be proficient in multiple platforms, potentially stretching resources and requiring specialized skills. So, these are all the disadvantages of a multi cloud deployment. Use cases, ideal for organizations seeking to prevent reliance on a single cloud provider, businesses with specific workload requirements for different service providers, it avoiding the vendor lock-in and maintaining negotiation leverage, maximizing geographic reach and minimizing the latency. So deliver the data very quickly based on the location. So this is a very perfect slide in my opinion, because you can compare the different cloud deployment models. I'm taking two criteria. One is for advantages, another one is limitation. So public cloud advantages are cost effectiveness, scalability, rapid deployment, limitations such as shared infrastructure, limited customization. Advantages of the private cloud is enhanced security, control, and compliance adherence. Limitations are higher costs, maintenance, and responsibilities. Advantages of the hybrid cloud is flexibility, security cost balance, workload mobility, and disadvantages are integration complexities, data synchronization challenges. The advantages of the multi-cloud platform is redundancy, service optimization, risk mitigation. The limitations are increased management complexity, potential interconnectivity issues. A conclusion part. The cloud deployment models offer a range of options to meet different organizational needs. We discussed a lot about private, public, hybrid, multi-cloud deployments, and each have unique advantages and use cases. The right choice depends on factors such as security requirements, cost considerations, scalability needs, and compliance obligations. Accessing these factors are crucial in demanding and determining the most suitable cloud deployment model for your organization. I hope you enjoy this video with a lot of thoughtful process put in together. If you do have more questions about cloud deployment models, thanks for your attention. Now we'd be happy to answer any question you may have. So reach out to us at 1855 cloud 340b or email at contact us at rctech.org. If you like the video, share with your friends and click the bell button. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.